I want you to think about something for a second. Think about a song that you used to absolutely love. You'll know the one. You played it on repeat in your car, you listened to it at the gym. It was a soundtrack to your life for months straight. And then what happened? You got sick of it. You started skipping it. Eventually, you deleted it from your playlist. Why? The song didn't change, the notes were the same, the singer didn't get worse, but your exposure to it, that changed. You overplayed it. This brings me to what we're really here to talk about today. We're diving into Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. Specifically, I'm going to talk about Law 16. Do you know this off the top of your head? Law 16 says that you've got to use absence to increase your respect and honour. Let that sink in. Use absence. We live in a world that tells us to do the exact opposite. We're told to hustle, to be seen, to post online every single day, to be the loudest voice in the room, to network until we're literally dropping. The conventional wisdom is that if you aren't constantly visible, you're going to be forgotten. But Greene understands human psychology on a much deeper, almost uncomfortable level. He points out a fundamental truth of economics that applies directly to human beings, the law of supply and demand. If the supply of you is high, if you're around all the time, always available, always talking, your value drops. You become a commodity. You become common. You become the overplayed song on the radio. But if you learn to withdraw, if you consciously make yourself scarce, the price of your presence shoots up. So how do we actually use this? Well, I'll break this down for you. I'm not going to tell you how to be a hermit though, because that's not power, that's isolation. To use this law effectively, there's a prerequisite. You have to establish your presence first. You have to build a reputation. People need to know who you are and what you bring to the table. If a nobody disappears, well, nobody cares. But once you've proven your worth in, let's say, a relationship, that company, that social circle, that's exactly when you step back. Think about the best conversations you've ever had. You always want to leave before it peaks. You want to leave them wanting a little bit more. So if you apply this to your professional life, when you're in a meeting, for example, and you don't feel the desperate need to fill every silence or to state your piece or to make it impactful, you can simply sit back and watch what happens. Your silence will carry significantly more weight than the guy who nervously talks for 20 minutes. When you finally do speak again, people will physically lean in and listen. Now think about your availability. Stop answering every email within 30 seconds. Let people wait for you. Let them realise that your time is finite. It's a valuable resource. When you create that space, you force people to imagine what you're doing. And human imagination is a powerful thing. Usually, they will assume that you're doing something much more important than you actually are. Look, here's the flip side. You need to know when this is being used on you, because trust me, it will be. How are you going to spot it? It usually starts with a sudden feeling of anxiety. You'll be dealing with a boss, a client, maybe even a romantic partner, and everything's going great, they're engaged, they're present, and then suddenly, the temperature drops. They no longer want to speak. They take longer to reply. Their answers get shorter. They stop showing up to the optional meetings. They pull away. Your immediate reaction is going to be panic. What do I do? How do I fix it? You'll start chasing them. You'll double text. You'll over deliver on a project just to get their approval again. And then you'll hand them all of your power because you're desperate to get the presence back. Stop. Take a breath and recognise the game on the board. They're artificially restricting their replies to make you increase your demand. Once you see it, the spell's over, it's broken, you stop reacting emotionally. You realise that their absence isn't a reflection of your worth, it's a tactic. And the only way to counter that tactic is to match it. Don't chase, let them be absent. Hold your ground often. And when they see the tactic isn't working, often their abstinence will mysteriously end. Look, human nature's hardwired to take what is abundant for granted. We step right over the gravel to pick up the diamond, not because the diamond is inherently more useful to us, but because it's rare. You have total control of how rare you are. Don't be the gravel. Don't be the overplayed song. Learn when to speak, learn when to show up. And more importantly, master the art of stepping away. You think about this. Take care and stay blessed. This, guys, it is the way. Namaste.